Hello and welcome to another episode of Tales of Middle-earth, the series in which we explore stories and locations unrelated to our journey in Citadel Guard Adventures. I am Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and today we will be going to the Yule Festival for the very first time, with Beriathan at least. Let's go! The Yule Festival is a time of celebration and merriment. Come and join the festivities in Frostbluff and drink, eat, and be merry. Happy Yule! Visit the delightful land of Frostbluff, where all things winter and all things special are happening. Come quickly! Alright, so I was not expecting this, but yes, we will be leveling our legendary items a little bit, it seems. We can either take the swift travel to Winterhome, but let us take this... Let us use this map. I don't wanna... get my bags more cluttered than they already are. The Yule Festival is, I would say, my favorite festival of all, for many different reasons. It has a storyline going through it, so it's just not doing the activities for the tokens. That's the main goal, of course, but there is a story framing it, is what I'm trying to say. And all the activities in Winterhome are really fun. Let us begin. Congratulations, you have made it to Frostbluff. Participate in any Yule Festival activity today and earn a sack of presents.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Okay. Good traveler, I must enlist your aid. One of the great eagles was bearing a sack of sweets from far off Gondor hither to Winterhome. Alas, the bag was rent and the sweets fell from it as she flew. She realized her mistake only as the last sweet fell, and with her keen eyes watched as Winter Beast seized it and ran off into the snow. She had flown among the cold and snowy regions of Middle-earth, she told us, to avoid the sun's great heat and to keep the sweets from spoiling. It is much to ask, I know, but those sweets were destined for the poor children of Winterhome. Will you visit the frozen regions of Middle-earth and recover them? I fear they may all have been seized by the creatures of those parts. The sweets that were lost, you should know, were hot cross buns, plum pudding, gingerbread, peppermint treats, a flask of wassail, and fruitcake. So this is, I believe, the only quest that you cannot complete inside Winterhome. And in truth, I don't think I have ever done this one either. Welcome to Frostbluff, my friend. If you're here for the Yule Festival, I'd recommend you get in the spirit of the season and participate in many of our fun Yule activities. If you're not here for the Yule Festival, maybe you should be. Festive folks that participate in many of our activities and show their true holiday spirit might just earn themselves some wonderful gifts. There's plenty to do around Frostbluff. Explore the town and show us your holiday spirit. It's a bit chilly, but I'm sure you'll find warm company all around. What did we got? Okay. A festive flurry intro, okay. And we have all this.
I'll not be ignored.
Hello there, new to the Frostbluff, are you? Well, you've come at the finest time of year. I just hope you've behaved yourself, or else you'll be hearing from me. I'm sure you'll have a wonderful time though. The mayor employs me to see to it that everyone keeps the peace so that you patrons can have the best possible experience during Yule. You should begin by speaking to Anna K, who runs the eating contest. All good celebrations should start with a full belly of delicious food.
Greetings, friend.
Good day to you. I'm Anna, the announcer for the first station at the eating contest. There are many more stations, of course, and I hope you will be able to visit all of them before you get too full. But it's a festival without wonderfully excessive amounts of food. I doubt you will find a bigger feast anywhere in Middle-earth than here in Winterhome. You should speak next to the mayor. The festival is here thanks to his efforts, and he wishes to greet all of his guests personally.
What can I do for you?
Hail, Trolling Warden! Welcome, welcome! And pray, tell all your friends to come visit as well. We have spared no expense for this Yule's festival. I am Winston Goodnow, the mayor of this town. Please stay as long as you like. Try everything, taste everything. Why don't you go take a look at all the events? Come back and see me when you have explored.
Greetings, friend.
Greetings, greetings. You are most welcome here, to be sure. I am Caroline Goodnow, and my husband and I are very thrilled to have so many interested patrons and patronesses here at our Yule celebration this year. I'll not take up any more of your time. You should continue your tour around our beautiful town.
Greetings, friend.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I'm only a servant. The mayor surely doesn't need you to talk to me. I'll not take up any more of your time, but perhaps you'd like to see the games we have to offer. It's a bit of a walk, but you should go talk to Cecil Voller, the host of the snowball fight. Cecil is a ways north of the town, but I've heard that the snowball fights are well worth the trip. But yeah, we'll need to complete this short intro quest to unlock all the other quests in the Yule Festival, much like the Harvest Festival. They share this in common. Oh my god, there's a lot of people today on this fight.
Greetings, friend.
Ah, hello! I see you've trekked down to the snowball field during your tour of town. This is where folks come to throw prison missiles at one another. I hope you'll come back when you finish your tour. The mayor is most particular about all patrons seeing all there is to see before they get distracted. No, I cannot take snowballs yet. What a shame. Okay, let us go now to the theater. The theater event is a lot of fun. But I'll tell you more about it when we get there. When we finish the tour and start doing all the activities in here, there are a lot.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Oh hello! Are you interested in the theater? We have quite a show that we're putting on this Yule, and we've traveled all the way from the Shire. Make sure you come back and see the show when you're finished with your tour of town. I know you won't be disappointed. Well, I am the last stop on your tour. You should return to the mayor to come back to see our wonderful show. G.L.O.B.E is thrilled to come as well. Explore the other corner of Winterhome, for it looks interesting. Alright, I forgot about that. But the other corner of Winterhome is actually around here.
What do you need?
What do you want, O revered patron? Have you come to show off your silver and gold and your fat belly? Well, show away. We are in our meager bread while you starve your faces and play in the snow. You are not welcome in Winterhome, not to all of its residents. We are slaves so that the mayor can be rich and so that he can throw marvelous parties for you all. Begone! We are not welcome among you and you are not welcome among us. Workers here is in bitter cold and their faces show signs of hunger.
How can I be of service?
Please pardon my friend, it is a hard winter and there is less money and bread to go around than usual, but that is no cause to be uncivil to the guests of this town. Life can be cruel here as you can plainly see, but I count myself among the lucky. Those who cannot work go even colder and hungrier than we. I am sure you are more welcome among us than Garrett implied. We are a friendly folk. You are welcome to visit any time you wish. I hope you enjoy your time in our little town. Now you should return to the mayor, for you have now seen more of Winterhome than intended.
Hello there.
So you've seen all of the events. We have a wonderful little town, do we not? Perfectly suited for all your festival needs. You don't need to waste any more time talking to me. Go, enjoy, eat, play, watch theater. Alright, so we have unlocked the new deed, the more the merrier, tiers 1, 2 and 3. Oh Jesus, this is a lot. We need to participate in 120 activities, so that's 12 days of festival to unlock all those tiers. Well done, friend. Come and sit by the fire a moment. You have earned this sack of present for all your hard work today. Come back tomorrow and we shall have more gifts for you. Alright, so marks, perfect. Alright, so now this mission, this quest, a mission to bring good cheer, that requires you to complete missions in Elderslate, but since Beriathan has not gone there yet, and will not for the time being, we're not doing that one.
Stay and hear me out.
Greetings, Beriathan. I see you have been enjoying the many offerings of Winterhome this season. For my part, I've striven to keep the peace both inside and outside of town. I'll spare you a long tale. Mayor Goodnow has taxed me with driving out a family of snow beasts that have lingered since Winterhome was founded. The beasts move further away each winter. Personally, I think they hate all the noise and cheer. You've had your share of merriment, have you not? Why don't you head out there and bring some of your own variety of Yule cheer to these beasts? If you can dry them off, I think we'll all feel safer.
Would you do something for me?
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place, but I hope you're very hungry, Warden. This is the eating contest and it's no laughing matter. There are 5 stations and you must run to each of them. You get a small reward for completing the first few meals, and great rewards for completing the 5th meal before the 3 minutes are over and the event finishes. Are you ready? Just wait here for me to say when the event begins. How much longer will it take? The eating contest is one of my favorite parts of the Yule Festival. It's really fun getting stuffed with all the things in the table. And once you have a strategy to complete all 5 stations, it's not that hard. What I don't like about it now is, well, the change that was introduced a few years ago. I believe that was when the option to get crystals and scrolls was added on festivals. So in order to control the amount of tokens players could get, and yeah, control the economy, all these quests were made dailies. Previously, you could do them for as many times as you wished. So I spent hours just doing the eating contest and the theater runs. And it was awesome. I think that's one of the reasons why this festival is my favorite. But, well, now you can only do this once per day. It is still a lot of fun, but not as much as before. So, there is just 1 more minute before the contest begins. I think we can run really quick with Daly and Gareth, pick up their quests, and go back to Anna.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Oh, I think... well, yeah. Beriathan has come back to visit. That is enough to brighten my day, for it needs brightening. As I walked to work this morning, I passed the good people of our town who are even worse off than myself. I had nothing to give them. It is the same every morning and every night. I count myself very lucky for what I have, but my life would be better yet if I had the ability to give. All of my wages go to feeding my children and to paying the taxes on our home. If only there was something I could do. Perhaps Mayor Goodnow will give us more wages soon, and then I will be able to share my good fortune with the less fortunate. Alright, so we don't have still enough Yule tokens for this quest. And at first you might think, well, I'm losing tokens by doing this, but there is a hidden deed. When you complete this quest 10 times, you will receive 50 Yule tokens, so in reality you are not losing anything. You just need to be patient to get back what you are given. So yeah, don't worry about that. The eating contest has already begun. There is no timing on the first table. You can take as much as you like in here. The trick for the eating contest is just eat eggs, mushrooms, and berries. They are not as heavy as the other meals. Whenever you can also try a mystery drink that can either give you a big debuff or clear all the debuffs from the food you have eaten, just like so. And when you are ready to continue, since there is no timer, you can do this whenever, you just talk to Anna K and proceed.
Greetings, friend.
Well, I imagine you're fuller now than when you started. Now it's time for the second phase though. I hope you have plenty of room left. Well, as soon as you click finish now, the timer will begin. You need to go to the second station here and start eating. So once again, mushrooms, eggs, and berries. If you start eating bread or pies, you will get too full. And, well, the more you eat, the bigger the walking diva that you'll get.
Hello there.
Quickly now, you're not done yet. You must move on to the third station. Even if you keep eating just mushrooms, eggs, and berries, at some point, you still get a pretty big walking speed diva. So yeah, eating, if you want to complete all 5 stations eating pies and bread, it's not the solution. It's better to wait for the others to respawn so you have better chances, provided that you have enough time to spare.
How can I be of service?
You must hasten to the 4th station, Beriathan. There are only 2 stations left. You see, we are already feeling the effects, and that's with forced march and everything. Yeah, this is no laughing matter. And you cannot always count with the mystery drink. It will not always appear, and even when it does, there is no guarantee it will be helpful. It can even do you more harm than good. And you see now, we also take a lot of time eating.
How can I be of service?
You must hasten to the 5th station, Beriathan. There's only 1 station left. So the more you eat, the longer it takes you to finish eating. And if you are eating bread or pies, that takes longer than eating mushrooms, berries, or eggs. So yeah, any way you look at it, there's really no reason for you to eat those. So the tricking here is waiting before completing the 1st station with Ona K. Since there is no time there, you can take as much time as you need. You can give some space for the other players to go ahead, so that you make sure that when you start going through the stations, there will be plenty of food for you. No, bread no. Let us take the mystery drink and let us hope. You see, it got us a worse debuff than before.
How can I be of service?
Well done, though I don't know where you put all of that food. It's almost like you have more than 1 stomach or something. It is very strange if you ask me, but yes, well done. Not many patrons make it as far. Okay, I needed to complete that one before the time ran out. But, well, you can pause the video and finish reading the text if you are curious about it. Sorry about that. So now you got a new deed, a monstrous feast. You need to complete this 8 different times to get the title Fist Beast. So this was really easy to do back in the day when you only needed to, well, when you could do more than 1 per day, but now it'll take you 8 full days before you can get the deed.
Would you do something for me?
I cannot believe it, Beriathan. Guard Camber and the Watchmen have been making an effort to keep those less fortunate from the festivities, but I never thought that some of our own patrons would drive them out. Where will they go? I'm sure a few will sneak back in, but it has only gotten tougher for them as of late. The harsh chill of Frostgrims has taken hold of Frostbluff, and I fear for those that are forced outside the walls of Winterhome. Please, Beriathan, can you help them? I can't stop working for fear of losing my wages, but maybe you can do something about those Grims. I've seen them gathering at the frozen pond northeast of here, and it's only a matter of time before they move closer. Drive them off, my friend, depend upon it.
Can I speak with you a moment?
Back again? Maybe I spoke unjustly the first time we met. Major Gutnar's wish to please folk like you is the reason folk like me go hungry this winter. But you don't seem like a bad sort despite the mayor seeming to like you. If you want to earn yet more favor with me and my fellows here, you surely won't object to playing a little prank on the mayor for the sport of the real townsfolk. The mayor has some fireworks stored near the festival area and he's intent on saving them for just the right moment. If you set them off where they are, you'll ruin the show, at least for him. While the patrons are distracted, you should pinch Frostbluff coins from their pockets. I can think of better uses for those coins. Yeah, this is the major conflict in the Yule Festival, and that is, what do you do with all these people in need?
It's a sorry day.
Pardon me, surely you're not giving this to me? Oh, generous Warden, you are too good. So you can either side with a major and move all the poor folk out of town and be very mean to them, or you can side with the poor folk and help them come through these difficult times.
Hello there.
Gracious me, you are so very kind, Beriathan. I am amazed by your goodness, my dear man. So I'm intent on showing you as much of the festival as I can, but there is a moment in which you need to make a choice, and you can only do either of both. All this for me? What have I done to deserve such a gesture? I do not know what it is, but I will endeavor to do it again. Thank you, Beriathan. Okay, here are the fireworks. So we set them off, and that will give us some time to sneak on these guys and get their tokens. So as I was saying, you will get to a point where you need to make a choice. Who are you going to side with? Up until then, you can do whatever you like. You can side with both, with only one of those sides, with neither of them. But after you complete some quests in Winterhome, I'm not sure how many, you will need to make that choice if you want to see the end of this storyline at least.
I do not ask much of you.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault the cakes are nearly empty. I'm overworked, I am. Have you ever seen a body so overworked as myself? I'm so overworked that today I decided I just about had enough and went to try some of the events for a change, instead of running them. The problem is, I fell asleep afterwards. I was all tuckered out. Patrons are complaining that some of the cakes are empty. Can you bring this to refill them? I would do it, but I was promised to dance.
Stay and hear me out.
You know, Beriathan, some days I really loathe this job. Mabel never pulls her weight. I swear I would give anything to trade with those beggars. They really have it easy compared to me. The worst of it has to be the garbage left by some of the sloppier festival patrons. Sticking slimy garbage and refuse all around the eating contest, and the major's wife demands that the patrons don't see any of it, but it keeps piling up. I can't bear to touch the stuff myself. I don't even want to look at it. Mabel keeps saying she's too busy. Say, you don't look too busy.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Are you here to help me? I'm so busy, I don't know what to do with myself. There are so many hungry patrons to serve. Would you be so good as to prepare some ingredients so that the feasting folk don't go without a fair portion? Let's see, we'll need loaves of bread, bowls of berries, mushrooms, and eggs. The pies are still doing fairly well, for now. The hard part is that the major's wife wants only the best, so the ingredients must be collected fresh from all abouts. I hope you have some sturdy shoes with you.
Could I speak with you a moment?
As you know, the Major demands the very best of everything and likes to have a say in all that goes on here. He requires that we use the very best firewood that can be got. Unfortunately for us, the firewood comes from some very angry trees. I've never seen anything like it, really. The trees rage and flare their limbs at us as we chop them down. I'm still very scratched up from the last time I went, so do you think you could collect wood? It's almost like they're not trees at all.
Would you do something for me?
Hello again! I hope you enjoyed that short tour of our fine town and all of the festivities we have to over this year. We're so happy to have you here, and we're always looking for ways to make our celebration even more exciting. Virgil Greenfield is working hard to bring a little more Yule cheer to Winterhome in the form of snowmen. There's certainly enough snow for every one of our patrons, so why don't you take a quick walk out there? You can make your very own snowman, and I'm sure Virgil would love the help. Well, as you have seen, on Yule Festival, unlike Harvest Festival, you can... I think unlike all the other festivals as well, spring and summer, but I don't remember that much of those two. But anyway, you can advance basically all of the quests simultaneously. There are only some quests that are mutually exclusive from each other. Like for example, if you are tidying up the tables, you cannot participate in the eating contest. If you are helping the poor, you cannot move them away. But other than that, as you have seen, we can pick up a lot of quests and do them all at once. And that is something else that I really like about this festival, because before Westmead was introduced during Harvest Festival, I think this was the only festival in which you could do this, doing many different quests at once. And I think the Yule Festival still beats Westmead in the number of quests that you can advance simultaneously. There are so many things to do here that you can really be picky about what you do each day to complete a 10 quest requirement for the daily. And I don't think any other festival is as crowded as this one. So there is a lot to love here in Winterhome. Many different deeds too. We got a deed for the eating contest. There is a deed for building snowmen. There is another deed for the theater. There is another deed that I forgot. Had it on the tip of my tongue. Here in the oven, we're gonna bake some bread. So what I was trying to say with the deeds is there are so many different things you can do in here, and all of them yield good rewards. But since the Yule Festival is so crowded, I guess that's why you need to complete 5 days of quests before you advance to the next tier. Not sure. Now we're gonna do the cake quest. So if you've done the quick post or the pies in the Shire, you will be familiar with the mechanics in here. You cannot be spotted by the guards. If you try coming downstairs, there's a guard that will certainly spot you. You need to come through here. You need to be careful so the guards don't spot you, and you can pretty much jump through here and bring this to this dwarf. So it's really close from where we began. This is the stairs I was telling you about, but we cannot come through here because of this watcher. It's really simple once you know the drill anyway. Alright, so we have completed some of these quests. We can go here back to Basil.
What is this world coming?
Ah, good work. You really saved my life there, you know? You're pretty good at this, Beriathan. I can probably find more work for you if you're interested. I'm so busy after all.
Why are you bothering me?
I don't see any more garbage or spills. Thank goodness, the very sight of them was most nauseating. I can't imagine how disgusting it must be to actually have to touch such things. Really, I do think I might be in the wrong line of work. Right, so there are still a couple more things that we can do in town. But I think we can also go outside. And there are also lots of quests on the outside.
What can I do for you?
That was quite a display, Beriathan, and judging from how close they were, I'll warrant you sent the Major into a fit and disrupted things rather nicely. Well done, well done. Here, you should keep half of what you managed to collect. These coins here will be enough to spread out among my friends so that they won't go hungry tonight. Right. We're gonna do the theater, of course, but we're gonna save that for later. So first, let us come in here. Virgil Greenfield.
Greetings, friend.
Hello! The Mayor's wife sent you, did she? Welcome again to Winterhome, traveler. As you can see, I spend my days here working as an artist of sorts. Too often, people overlook the simple joys of life, such as building a snowman. If you'd ever like to try your hand at building your own, I'll be here to guide you. After all, with some help, I'll be able to fill out this field in no time at all.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Ah, so you want to give it a try? It's not easy, I'll tell you that. You've seen the ice sculptures in Winterhome, have you not? My work is brilliant, at least most of the time. I'll admit I've been having more trouble with this project than my last. I simply can't keep this field filled, and the Major is getting frustrated. Whether it's the winter conditions or some of those blasted snow beasts, my snowmen keep getting destroyed. It's hard to stay passionate when your work is wrecked every single day. Maybe you can help though. See if you can craft more of my snowmen and make this field an amazing sight to behold. Okay, so we'll need to pick one of these snowmen. You can only do one per day. So let us begin with this, the classy snowman. This is one of Virgil's snowmen. Clearly, Virgil was trying to appeal to Major Goodnow with the snowman. This is truly the most dashing snowman in Frostbluff. To even attempt to match Virgil's craftsmanship, you will need to find a top hat, a scarf, sticks, an acorn, and coal. Perhaps you can find everything you need scattered about Frostbluff. So the sticks and the acorn are pretty simple, they are just outside. The acorn is a little bit harder to spot, but it's around this area as well. Right in here, as you have seen, we have the snowfield. We can participate in a battle really quick.
Would you do something for me?
Hello there, good Patreon. While you can complete the snowball fight as many times per day as you like, I'll only reward you for it once. Complete either the easy or the more difficult snowball challenge and then return to me for your reward. It's been a while since I've done this, so let us pick the easy one. Hello there, good Patreon. Would you like to know how the snowball fight works? Here are some instructions. When the event begins, players who are gathering in the battlefield will be able to pick up snowballs from snow piles on the ground. The snowball you gather will appear in your inventory. You may then target another player and right-click the snowball to throw it, and then you must gather another. In this particular quest, you can join the game as many times as it takes to complete the objectives. So let's take advantage of the fact that there are a lot of players today. Well, not a crowd, but enough players for the fight to be interesting, because sometimes you will only find a handful of players, if any. So the problem in here is, first of all, getting all the snowballs that you need. You need a total of 10. So that afterwards you can begin throwing them at the players. There is also a deed for this. Oh Jesus, what's the deal with just one snowball per mound? Take it. Alright. So this is really fun. The more players there are, the more fun you will have in here. Dodging the snowballs and everything. But players are also really helpful. They will let themselves be hit and make sure that everyone completes the objectives and stay in the field until everyone is done. So you see here, we got a deed, Battle of the Snowballs. So you need to win the easy fight 8 times and the hard fight 30 times. So it's really not that hard either, and since you can do this as many times as you like per day, this should also be really easy to complete. I think everyone's done now, so let us turn in this quest with Cecil.
How can I be of service?
Well done, Beriathan. You have quite a knack for this sport. I'll wager there are a lot of cool people around here now, thanks to you. Alright, so now let us go look for the acorn. Should be in here somewhere. Ah yeah, there's one. For this particular snowman we only need 1 acorn, but some other snowmen will need more than 1. As I was saying, there are many different quests that you can complete on the outside. The first one is in here. Well, we'll need to pick some eggs. Thankfully, the chickens will not come attack you. This is not Zelda, but they don't get angry from you taking their eggs. Would have been nice. It would have been a nice Easter egg, maybe, for us to have some fun with it. But no, they don't attack you at all. I don't remember if they did, or if there was a chance of something to go amiss in this quest. Not sure. Here we are in the Grumpwood. So here we'll need to defeat some wood trolls to gather the wood. But there doesn't seem to be that many, I guess. They were wiped out recently by some player. Since they are level 10, we can just run across the area on assailment stance, spamming our gambits and our javelin throw. The issue here is that, yeah, there are not as many. There are usually more trolls in here. You can complete this really quickly. But now we'll need to wait for some of them to respawn, it seems. Let me take some of this. Alright, there we have more trolls. You see, there are a lot in here. Now we can go to the frozen lake. We'll need to defeat some grims in there. There you have them. And if you get too close, you will get a really cool visual effect. Like chilly and all, you see? It will only disperse if you get far away from the grims. So for that you will need to either run away or kill them. Alright, so now let us start cheering up these beasts. I read somewhere that you can just spam the clicking the emote and get all the credit for all 3 with just one beast, but I have never tried that one. And today there are plenty of beasts, so there is no need. Really. I think this will be the last objective that we can advance on the outside of Winterhome, on the outskirts. After this we'll need to go back. Alright, so let us make our way to Winterhome.
What is this world coming to?
They won't budge. I can't say that I am surprised. In any event, thank you for taking time out of your stay here in Winterhome to help. If you would care to try again tomorrow, come find me. I don't want to take more of your time today, so here's some coin for your trouble. Okay, here we have the hat for the snowman. I'm making my best to not start humbling, do you want to build that snowman? That's like too predictable, but god, that song is so good.
Greetings, friend.
Thank you, Beriathan. What a burden off my poor shoulders. We nearly ran out of berries while you were gone, but all of this will help to keep the feast nice and stocked up. I don't know what I would have done without you.
Hello there.
Oh dear, that's quite a large pile of firewood. Do you have any wounds that need tending after all that? I am very grateful, Beriathan. You are a brave man. Now I can let my own wounds heal before going back into the fray. We'll need to pick the coal here. And the scarf, I think, is down below, somewhere over here. Yeah. So found the scarf in Winterhome. Let us build a snowman. And you got a new deed, a cool reception, so you need to build all 5 different snowmen. You get a housing item for that. But yeah, you need 5 days to complete this.
Hello there.
I like the way you work. Your work is almost as good as mine. Maybe you can help me out some more tomorrow. I'm sure if you keep trying, you can do even better. Here are some coins for your hard work. As you see here, we have already completed the 10 quests for the day, and we still have a lot of things to do. Or, well, plenty of them. We need to keep helping the beggars. What charity, what kindness. I haven't been on the receiving end of such generosity in many a long day. I will remember this, good man. Now we only need to find Barret Noble, but I have no idea where he is.
What do you need?
Thank you, Beriathan. I will be able to rest easier knowing my friends are safe from the bite of winter, even just for tonight. If those dreams return, I may ask for your help again. My, you're a festive one. I hope you're having a fun time at the Yule Festival. It seems fitting in this season of giving that you should have a gift, and so here you are. Come back tomorrow and I shall have more gifts for you. Okay, and here's Barret Noble.
I'm sorry.
Can it be? Are you giving this to me? I don't know what to say.
How can I be of service?
Beriathan, did you give the beggars your hard-earned rewards? That was too generous of you. You worked hard for those. How inspiring. I am sure you won't regret such a good deed. Now a dozen lucky people will be able to eat dinner tonight. Have we unlocked? Moving them off. Okay, so you remember these two quests are also mutually exclusive. You cannot do them both at once.
Not be ignored.
Oh, we can't have this. No, indeed. The Major's instructions were incredibly clear. Those beggars need to move off. I don't care where they go, but we can't have the good patrons and patronesses seeing them like this. The Major wants this town to look pristine and happy and clean as long as the Yule festivities go on. Those beggars must get off the streets at once and clear out. Are you looking for something to do between festival games? I'll give you a nice reward if you clear out those beggars. I have my hands full with my other guard duties right now. So yeah, you can choose to either move the beggars off or help them with some coins. It's up to you.
Can't you leave me to my misery?
You want me to leave, but Guard Kimber just told me to leave a few hours ago, so I did. And this is where I ended up. Where should I go now? You don't know where Barrett Noel should move to, but you repeat your assurance that Guard Kimber wants him to move regardless. Alright then. I suppose I'll just have to amble along somewhere else. And then Guard Kimber or you or the Major or someone will tell me that's not good either. Then I'll amble elsewhere. I'm sure we beggars make a good sport for the rich folk. And I'm sure you or someone will tell me to leave the next place I end up too. So yeah, it's up to you what you do with these people, but
Can't you leave me to my misery?
I'll go. Though I think it's abominable bad the way you rich folks treat us beggars. Just who do you think made us this way? The world ain't made of coins, you know? When one class gets all the coins, another gets none. It's bad, just bad the way you rich folks treat us.
Hello there.
But what does the Major want? I would love nothing more than to disappear and stop inconveniencing the rich folk, believe me. But I am a person, flesh and blood, and I can't just disappear like a wisp of cloud on a windy day. There's nowhere for me to go.
Greetings, friend.
I know begging ain't becoming of a man, but these are hard times for my sister and me. We are very hungry, you see, so seeing as there's lots of new folk about, I thought perhaps a good willing patron could spare me some kindness, that I might get a bit of bread during the festival. I see that I am not wanted. I'll go find another haunt and I'll stay out of sight. I am mightily sorry if I displeased any of you good patrons. So very hungry. Okay, Bill Hyde will appear in here in just a moment. So, once again, it's up to you what you do with them. You can do both on the same day. I don't remember the specifics now to unlock the end of the storyline in Winterhome. I think maybe you need to complete the 3 tiers of the more the merrier. Or maybe tier 2 or tier 1. Not sure exactly which one, but you need to do that, I believe.
Hello there.
Alas, I'm caught. Please, good man, please. It be very cold. I shan't stay long. I only sneaked over here to be near the warmth of the town square. It has been too long since any real warmth flowed in my blood. You give Bill Hyde a hard look and convey Guard Camber's orders. Yes, yes. I see how I might be upsetting the patrons. I'm dreadful sorry, I'll be going. I'm sorry if I was upsetting folks. So at the end of the storyline of the Yule Festival, you will make the same decision. Do you side with the major and the rich folk, or do you side with the beggars and the poor folk? And you can also do both, but you cannot do only one per year. So if you want to see the other side of the coin, you need to either create an ult and do that, or you need to wait an entire year and do the other one.
Why are you bothering me?
I don't see any beggars loitering about now. Whatever you said to them seemed to do the trick. As promised, here's a reward for the favor you did me. Now the Major will be pleased, which means that I will be pleased, and that is always just how I want it. So, I did both. The first time I went to the festival, I did one ending with one character and the other ending with the other character, and let me tell you, fighting with the rich folk made me feel so bad with myself. I don't think I have the heart to do that again. But I might wait for the next year just to show that to you. I will feel bad with myself once again, but I will think about it. Just for you.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Hello there, you're in Frostbluff for the Yule Festival, aren't you? That's splendid. This is my first visit to Winterhome, quaint little village, isn't it? I work for Mr. Shakespeare. He's the owner of the Green Lily Inn, you know? He's also the director of the G.L.O.B.E. What is the G.L.O.B.E? Of course. I can't be forgetting my manners, expecting everyone to know everything. The G.L.O.B.E is the Green Lily orators, bards, and entertainers. Mark, Mr. Shakespeare put together an active company to amuse his customers, and people liked it so much, he's taking it on the road. Mr. Shakespeare has asked me to find folks willing to review the show. There are 2 Shire critics who've come along with us, but they've been, well, you'll see for yourself. We've got a special showing of an Ode to Old Bloodtusk scheduled for this evening. You won't want to miss it. Did they change the play in the theater? I'll need to go inside. That can't be. Oh.
A lovely day, isn't it?
So, here in the theater, depending on the performance of the actors, you can either throw a rotten fruit or petals to them. The next show will begin in 3 minutes. Alright, so the G.L.O.B.E would like to remind you that all ticket sales are final. Alright, we can wait a little bit for the show to start. So, do you remember back in the entrance? That hobbit said there is a showing of Bloodtusk. So I don't know at which point did they add more plays to Frostbluff Theater, and if maybe they rotate on a daily basis or something, because back in the day the only play that was available in this theater was The Tale of Matt Baggins, which is really fun to do, but after the 100th time it loses its novelty. So that's why I stopped doing the theater a few years ago, and it seems in doing so I missed a new play. So if I get picked for this Tale of Bloodtusk, I will have no idea what to do. Or if I stay in the crowd, well, I might get familiar with it before I get into the fray. So there's also some deeds in here for throwing flower petals, for throwing rotten fruit, for being the protagonist, the antagonist, or for being a side character in the play. So there's a lot of fun to have in this play. Most folk know exactly what to do when they are selected as any of the 3 characters, so they usually get just flower petals. So advancing the deed for rotten fruit is not as simple unless you find someone like me who doesn't know what the new play is about. So for that reason, some players I have seen fail on purpose whenever they are picked, so that other players get the chance of doing rotten fruit, which I think is really nice and kind-hearted of them. So we'll see what happens on this play. God, I don't know how many years it's been since I came here. I'm really curious about what's gonna happen. Less than a minute now to go. We'll find out soon enough. And there are many players inside in here today, so there's a good chance we won't be picked, but we were. The Frostbluff Theater. Oh my god. What part am I playing? You will be playing the part of the extra. If you need advice, feel free to speak with the other actors in their dressing rooms. Oh god. Protagonist, extra.
Oh, good day.
Always stand up straight. If you're holding a spear, make sure the pointy end ain't aimed at the other actors. Wash your costume once a week. Even if you didn't think it needs it, try to be serious but not too serious. You're supposed to be the funny one, if you catch my meaning. Alright, so we're the funny one. God, what's gonna happen now? I'm so excited. Oh my god, I'm so excited. It's the part of Bilbo Baggins will be played by Kristen. Okay, so yeah, we're doing Matt Baggins. The part of Gandalf will be played by Angelov. The part of the party goer will be played by Beriathan. Alright, so let's party. Let's begin. So, I think we will be transported to the stage really soon. But yeah, that got me thinking. Is there a new play or are we still stuck with just Matt Baggins? Because if that's the case, then why was that hobbit talking about Blood Tusk? I might need to do some digging on that and come back to you in another episode with the answer. But yeah, let me go. Wanna go? That is locked. Ronald Dole, you're the writer. Oh man, that's awesome. You might remember Ronald Dole. Well, Beriathan hasn't done his questline yet, but Ronald Dole is a character inspired in Professor Tolkien himself. So there are many different quests in which you need to find some items for him that are based in real life episodes of Professor Tolkien, like getting his papers, his notes, finding a toy one of his sons lost on the beach. So it's really a fun questline to do, especially if you are a fan of Tolkien, if you know a little bit about his biography. There are a lot of Easter eggs in there. Highly recommended for you to do it. You can start that questline in the Perch and Baby Inn in Mikel Delving. Now the play is about to begin. Select the audience. That's the first part. The audience. The curious disappearance of Matt Baggins. Not so very long ago, in the sleepy town of Hobbiton, the notable Mr. Bilbo Baggins was preparing his birthday celebration. I am so excited for Mr. Bilbo's party. I've heard he will spare no expense. Every guest will receive a sack of gold and jewels from his hidden fortune. Why, the postman has just delivered your invitation. Talking to me? And for one emote, so here. The whole of the Shire began to feel the excitement. Can I throw petals to myself? Hobbits marked their calendars and eagerly anticipated the fateful day. But not all of the guests had the same good intentions. Mwahaha! Gandalf, our plans are in motion. The day of Matt Baggins' party is almost upon us. What evil plan do you have up your sleeve, Gandalf? Oh yes, of course, what plan, you old villain you. For a second I almost thought... Frostbluff Rotten Fruit Tier 1. Hobbits lined up all down the hill, even as far as the tree fort in stone. And Bilbo stood at his gate with his nephew to greet them each in turn. Oh, Bilbo, our party is going splendidly. I am not sure anything could spoil such a wonderful day. Why, look, it's our cousins, the Proudfoots. Why don't you say hello, Uncle? Very well put, Uncle. We are quite happy to have you. Enjoy the party. Food, drink, and music were all in plenty. Though some were getting suspicious of some of the more nefarious guests. I must say, I've never had so much fun in all my life. But who invited the sour-looking dwarf? Oh well, how are you enjoying the party? Let us stand. Let us all salute. You're very right, I should stop worrying and enjoying the party. And so the party continued. All throughout the day there was feasting and merriment. While the hobbits were preparing dinner, others were preparing something completely different. Everything's going according to plan, Gandalf. No one suspects a thing, not even that pesky Frodo. Are you ready to spring our trap and steal Matt Baggins' fortune? What I'm sure you meant to say was, well, we'll be ready, yes, we will. A tent was erected over the party tree to hold dinner for Bilbo and his guests. After the feast, Bilbo and Frodo arose. It was time for the party speech. All in attendance waited with great anticipation to see what Bilbo would say. Bilbo and I would like to thank all of you for attending. We cannot express our gratitude for how happy we are being with you tonight. Before we conclude the evening, my uncle has something he would like to say. Uncle can be so funny sometimes, can't you, Uncle? I am right and enjoying Bilbo's speech. Are you not? Let us yawn. And now I believe Bilbo has an announcement. What my uncle meant to say was... oh my god. Gandalf, now. Alright, so... our plan is complete. No one will suspect that we've disposed of Matt Baggins. Now we have Baggins all to ourselves. Isn't that right, Gandalf? Yes, well, I agree, I think. And so our tale comes to an end. To this day, no hobbit has seen or heard from Mr. Baggins or the old wandering conjurer. Though some claim on cool, clear nights, the sound of distant laughter and jingling coins can still be heard around the old party tree. And that's the end of the play. We got a lot of things. We got a lot of dates in here. Let us see if we can find them all. So, well, we have the rotten fruit and the flower petals, tier 1. And what else did we get? Star of the show. A new title, a completed star of the show and the title. Beriathan star of the show, 5 LOTRO points. What else? We completed rotten fruit, tier 1. And we got Rotten Fruit Tier 2. And we got the extra gift box. And a new title, Extra. Plus 5 more LOTRO points. So let us check all that. So you have Extra, obtain the title rate Extra. With the title, Frostbluff Rotten Fruit Tier 1. 10 pieces of Rotten Fruit. And Yule Festival token, 5 LOTRO points. Start of the show, obtain the title rate Start of the show. Plus the title. And I think that's it. As far as this bestowed, Rotten Fruit Tier 2. Frostbluff Petals Tier 1. Monstrous Feast, Cool Reception, Snowballs, the more the merrier. Yeah. Now the titles. Extra, awarded for your participation in the G.L.O.B.E Theater event. But we also got Star of the show. You are the star of the show. Alright. 5 more LOTRO points. Now we'll need to...
A lovely day, isn't
We'll
it?
need to sell some things in here to free up some backspace, things that we don't need, so that we can make up some room for the things that we got today. So in here we have more rotten fruit, and it seems that's it. Let us go outside really quick. And complete a quest. You saw one of our performances. What did you think of an ode to old Bloodtusk? Oh, I see, yes, some of the actors have been having difficulties. Perhaps you would come back tomorrow. I'm sure we will be back on schedule by then. Alright, so you can also do this as many times as you like. That's cool. I might stay in the Frostbluff, in the theater a little bit more and enjoy the show. But for the time being, this has been all on this episode of Tales of Middle-earth. Next time I will show you the end of the storyline in the Frostbluff in Winterhome, the Yule Festival, and we'll see who do we side up with. Until then, my friends, thank you so much for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. For the time being, stay safe, take care, and good luck to you all. Bye bye, and I will see you later.